I'm glad you're still tuned in to Money Matters. Now, ICT has been touted as the sector through which emerging and developing markets can improve livelihoods and develop their economies even further. But what practical steps need to be taken in order to harness the potential of ICT? The age-old adage says, catch them whilst they're young. And in our technology segment today, we bring you one such initiative in Uganda that is tapping school children to get them ICT savvy and capitalize on the power of ICT.
Previously, computers were used to learn about them. What is a mouse, what is a keyboard, and so forth, right? Nowadays, we change that. We don't learn about the machine. Instead, we use the computer to learn, okay? So if we want to learn about the Pythagoras theorem, or we want to learn about Newton's laws of motion, we would ideally like to access some online content and see how those laws of motion or the Pythagoras theorem works. If I was a teacher and I want to show you something from my machine onto your machines, then I would select this option over here, right? And then if you give it a few seconds, you would see that your machines will start displaying exactly what is in front, right? Now suppose I don't have a projector and I don't have a screen in front, I can still show you what I got on my machine, even though I'm standing in front and my notebook is away from you, right? It just saves a hassle of all of you coming around here and looking what I got on my machine. To recap on the student demonstration, we mentioned that if one student is doing something interesting and we want the rest of the class to find out what they're doing, we would select that student and then broadcast his or her screen onto everybody else's screen. We got monitor and control, right? So we can monitor all machines simultaneously. Alternatively, we can take control of a specific machine at a time. If you wanted to and you're busy writing some notes, you can actually put this in an automatic scroll. So every maybe 5 to 10 seconds, it'll go to the next 4 or it'll go to the next 9. And you can only configure it to have 1, 4, or 9 screens simultaneously in front. From remote command, we mentioned that we can remote shut down the machines over there. We can close any applications you have open. If there's a specific machine that needs to be rebooted, then we can reboot that machine as well. We can launch remote applications onto your machines, Paint, Microsoft Word, Excel, whatever else you may be running over there as well. On the group chats, we mentioned that we can choose topics, we can break our students up into different groups, and we can assign them a specific topic to chat about, right? The teacher is always involved on what they're talking about. Reason being is that she needs or he needs to make sure the conversation is going in the right perspective or right flow, so that there's no other conversations that is not related to the topic of conversation included over there as well. We mentioned that we can send and receive files between students and teacher, right? Teacher can send files to a student, a group of students, or all students. And then the students can send the files back to the teacher. It doesn't matter if you have the same file name, it will come back in a specific folder with that student's name on the teacher notebook itself.
Now, earlier, we told you about the potential that lies in investing in the regional securities markets. Well, now it is time to catch up with activity from these same markets in the local and regional bourses.
There is almost dismal performance of all equities except some shares, around 5,000 shares of Uganda Clays Limited has been traded. Stanbic is having offer, and then Baroda is having offers. There is DFCU which is in demand on the Uganda Clays Limited. Almost the price matching is not there because there is a big gap between the bid side and offer side from quite some time, and in last week also the performance is not that much as expected, and last week we have seen this volatility of the currency. Across the border position is somewhat as expected in Uganda because all the three currencies, Tanzania shilling and this Nairobi and Uganda, all are at depreciation side. So they are not trading in Nairobi Stock Exchange, the position is almost similar, although this is Nairobi Stock Exchange is bigger than the Uganda Security Exchange, but the position is almost similar as well as in Dar es Salaam.
Challenges of managing a volatile exchange rate to the shortcomings in the implementation of the East African Common Market Protocol, as well as the opportunities in e-learning. It's certainly been a mixed but interesting bag here on Money Matters, and it's been my pleasure presenting it to you. I am Farai Mwakutui. I'll be back again next week doing the same thing, so be sure to join me then. In the meantime, if you'd like to get in touch with us, drop us a line. Our email address is moneymatters@ntvuganda.co.ug. Until next time, do enjoy the rest of the week. Bye-bye.
Stanbic Bank, moving forward.